Yep, I'm playing Fortnite on a 2011 21.5-inch iMac. But how is this possible? Well, we're about to find out, guys. So, how am I running Fortnite on a 2011 iMac? Fortnite doesn't work natively in macOS with Macs before 2012 as they don't support the Apple graphics API known as Metal. This computer doesn't support Metal. This Mac is only compatible with OpenGL, and we need Metal to play this game. So to avoid this, I simply installed Windows 10 on this machine via Boot Camp. But Windows 10 also is not supported on this machine in Boot Camp. You can do it other ways, but we won't get into that. So what I did was, I have a Windows 8 disk that was lying around. I bought it back in about 2014. So I used this, installed Windows 8 on this Mac with Boot Camp, and then when that was done, weird, and then when that was done, I upgraded to Windows 10, which is free. And then I said to myself, now that I have Windows 10 installed, I wonder if I can install Fortnite on this. And to my surprise, it works. But before we get into that, let's have a look at the specs of this machine. So this is obviously a 21.5-inch iMac from mid-2011. Its processor is a 2.7 gigahertz Intel Core i5. It has 24 gigabytes of memory, which I upgraded from its original 4 gigabytes. And its graphics is an AMD Radeon HD 6770M 512 megabytes of VRAM. So, it's nothing special at all, especially in regards to that graphics card. I was very interested to see if it would work, and to my surprise, it does. So let's get into the benchmarks. I was able to run this game, for the most part, pretty smoothly at, however, a low resolution. I'm playing the game at 1280 by 720, which by today's standard isn't great. That's just hitting HD. But back in 2011, 720p was totally fine, standard, it was normal. Moving on, all my graphic settings were set to low in Fortnite, except for textures, which was on epic, and post-processing was on medium. And then going on, VSync was turned off, motion blur was off, windowed mode was set to full screen, my frame rate limit was set to unlimited, and my 3D resolution was set to 72%. Now, in regards to the textures, which was on epic, let's talk about that. So, if I had the textures on anything below epic, the textures in the game would look like, for the most part, dog shit, if I'm allowed to say that. The rocks and the trees was just like really plain and had no textures on them. So if I wanted to see something nice and pretty, I'd have to put it on epic. And to my surprise, it worked. But what was playing this game like? Was it playable? Well, yeah, you can play it on here, you can. The frame rate was about 45 to 50 FPS, that was the average frame rate. When I was in an open environment, it would go down to about, 40 to 45. When I was in an enclosed environment, like a house or a small environment landscape, I could get close to 60 FPS. So, I'm really impressed with how this is running on here, since in macOS it is not supported, it will not run, it is impossible. But it works here. It's nothing amazing. I would not go out and get this to play Fortnite, but it is playable. You can actually play it. I was able to kill people when I was in gunfights. Sometimes it would be laggy, but for the most part it wasn't. I would get some occasional lag spikes, but it wasn't game breaking. So what does this show us? This shows us that Fortnite is extremely well optimized for old hardware. However, it is terribly optimized for macOS. And I don't think that has to do with Apple. I don't. If we think about it, there are other games on macOS that have more high demanding requirements like Rise of the Tomb Raider, Hitman, Shadow of Mordor, Mafia 3, Rocket League. Actually, Rocket League is probably almost on par with this. But those games can run really well on the machines it supports. But Fortnite, on pretty much every Mac out there, except for maybe really high-end Macs, are really terribly optimized and have really huge lag spikes that are just completely random and should not be there. But they are. So that shows us that they need to optimize the game better for macOS, because here it's optimized really well. But yeah, I played the game for about 2 hours and I was able to actually enjoy it. But it's just the resolution was quite low and some people might not enjoy that, but But yeah, that's basically the video, playing Fortnite on a 2011 iMac using Windows 10. What did you think of this video? I actually really enjoyed making it, and if you want to see more, I would be happy to do so. I have some other old MacBooks from this time period that I would be happy to test this game on, and maybe even a Mac Mini. Let me know. And yeah, that's basically the video. Let me know your thoughts, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.